What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's video.
It's 2 weeks video, actually. Taking a break. Sorry we didn't get videos out for a while. We had a lot to do. We actually put in about 60 hours a week for about 2 weeks trying to get prepared for our Jay County competition. So anyways, we wanted to do another video on
Jay County or Warren?
Or excuse me, Warren.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, after Warren, we decided to do that to the robot.
Yep, that's our beautiful lift now.
It is very beautiful. Actually, it's mostly the robot. And it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Such quality.
Yes. Anyways, so, want to do just another update video. Make it a little bit easier to build this for yourself because it worked so well for us at Jay County when we actually went to Jay County. Not this past weekend, a few weekends ago. And we've made some modifications since the original video, and it's worked really well. So the first modification was we used slightly longer axles so that we could then just wrap rubber bands right across that, like in an X, right across the back, so that there's something that the sections can grasp just right there.
Kind of like bumps into it.
Yes. And
very grippy.
It's amazing because if I can get a section.
Such grippy.
The amazing thing is also with the rubber bands, we found out that if you wrap them through so that there's some give in that, if you have enough rubber bands pulling this together, what can then happen is the rubber bands form fit to the shape of the section. So it has a little bit of wobble, but it's actually really good for how little is actually touching the section. So it goes in really easily, and especially if you have a fast lift like a 7-to-1, or I always get confused about 7-to-1 or 1-to-7. Essentially, 84 tooth down to a 12 tooth, or 12 tooth down to an up to an 84 tooth. I can't talk. I've been up too long today, running on too little sleep. Anyways, but especially if you have a fast lift like that, you can build this really fast. We built the full Skyrise in about a minute with this, which is really good for passive claw, especially when we had to drive and reposition our drive for every single section. So the main modifications being on this one that we added rubber bands on a lot of different ways. First being on the back, second being on this part of it, third being over here, and then fourth being across so that there's that part that has the give to get it to form fit. And then the only really structural change we made was we added these guides. Now the wonderful thing about these guides was we were at the competition and we were realizing that we were having a lot of issues with trying to hit the section perfectly. So what we then did was we just added 2 1-inch standoffs with then axle collars onto this part. Then we put a screw all the way through like we had before, and except then we put a nylock on the bottom, tightened it down as hard as we could. So you can see I'm putting a lot of, I can put pretty much every bit of strength I have, and I cannot bend that. So the wonderful thing is, say you go in, you don't have to be perfect, you can hit it literally almost halfway off, and then as long as you lift straight up, you're going to be fine. So linear lifts, this works really well with, just because it is passive, and so it's going to have a little bit of issue with grip when you're trying to do weird things like that. But as long as you're using a linear lift, it really does grip it really well. So anyways, that's the claw for today. Actually, I'll share a couple other things. How we actually built this was we took 2 of the small aluminum C-channels because we want to save as much weight with how much steel we have on this end, because this is pretty heavy, but at least compared to some powered claw designs. But so we used aluminum on the arm. Then what we did was right here we put pillow bearing blocks, 2 on each side. Then we put 1-inch standoffs through the middle to keep this nice and structurally sound and hold it together. We used 375 screws right there, 0.375 screws on all 4 points, except for up here where we used half on these 4 points, because we put an 1/8 inch spacer right there, so that then when it hits, it has some natural, it's naturally spaced apart, so that you're able to just ram it like that and then just grab it up. So that's what we did there. I believe we used, it was what, 2.5? It was 2-inch standoffs right there, with then axle collars through there, and then 1-inch standoffs right through there, with an axle collars there, with another 1-inch coming off, and that's for the guide. So yeah, I really think that's pretty much it. Just make sure, if you're going to build this yourself, to use screws at this point and this point with nylock and tighten it down so that it's not going to flex at all. And then here you can use axles. I suppose you could use screws, but we used axles because it does stick up some, so it makes it easier to anchor the rubber bands around something, and that simplified part of our design for us. It looks like those are going to slip off, but we really haven't had any issues in competition with that. So anyways, this is pretty much our claw design. If you guys really like it, we really are honored if people really like something and copy it. But if you do want to use a design that we come up with, don't just copy it. Make it better. Make it better, because that helps out the entire VEX community. So anyways, thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just hit 500 subscribers, which is really exciting. Thanks for all the support. When I was told to manage our YouTube channel a couple of months ago, I honestly didn't think that it would be possible, so we really appreciate all your support. Don't forget to like the video, and see you next week. Thanks.